More bean acres. I think it's Wednesday. I've been swathing for more than a week. Got the 14-year-old nephew Gibson. Doing pretty good. He got getting kind of sore after 400 acres of swathing. Between 300 and 400, I guess. And we're probably close to half on the beans that we need to swath. This is a buddy's field. We're just getting started on it. Excuse the pickup, it's a mess. Back seat looks like a farmer. Stuff everywhere. But anyway, we've got, I think there's 50 or 60 acres in this patch, and he's got another 50 north, and another 100, I think 170 or 80 down, a couple miles south of here. Sounds like we need to do all of it. If we get to it, these beans are really starting to suffer. There's still some green. I think they're obviously well worth making hay out of. Twin road. There's some material there, but insurance looked at it yesterday and thought maybe about 2 to 3 bushel. So anyway, we'll just keep at it as long as is allowed. The old swather's really hung in there good. Had a little trouble to start. Broke a couple sickle heads. Had a main drive shaft turned loose on the mount bracket between the header and the tractor itself. The sickle drive, we ended up finding out that the cutter bar head, or cutter bar arm, nickel box, must have had just a little bit of slop. You couldn't feel it, but it was out right there. Yeah, it's gonna be a little tough. That arm right there off that ball box that's running the sickle, it like I said, must have had a little slop in it. So we changed the arm and put a new pin in it, as read on the internet, and never had another minute's trouble. So if you have a 3830 and you're breaking sickle heads, definitely change the arm, check the nut, make sure it's tight. I'm gonna get into some beans down here. That's good hay making beans. I'll throw a little bit. Get after him. I told him to keep it full. I got a couple things to do at the house. I'm going to try to get done off the swather in days. And he was tickled to run it. So I figured we'd let him run it a little bit, get some experience. He's homeschooled, so I know his teacher pretty well. It's my little sister. And if we need help, she makes them do their schoolwork around it, which is good for both of us. They learn a lot out here. And I don't even charge them for the education. Go down here and look. I told him to leave a 4-row my phone. I got a new phone, like an invalid trying to run it. Left a 4-row strip for the insurance because they wouldn't buy these off, which is fine. 100 today and 70 for high tomorrow, but no rain in sight. They'll buy them off eventually. And it won't be much, that I promise you. If they're not zeroed. I'd be surprised if they're not zeroed. what we're gonna do this year. It's gonna be tough for sure for a lot of us. There will be no new equipment on my farm. I'm having trouble here. There he is. They're moving right along. I just throw these on the internet. I don't edit them or anything. So you guys kind of get what you get. You can watch it or you can not watch it. But someday when my grandkids are 25 years old, want to know how Grandpa ran stuff, they can go to YouTube. Maybe. Assuming it's still around. Yep, back to the farm. I don't know what we're going to do. It's, you know, we'll make it. We'll make it. There'll be some that don't. There'll be some older guys that are done. They just give up. Not that they have to, but that it's just time. And I don't blame them. The administration that we have right now, if I was in any shape to bail, I'd probably bail. You can't pay like we're paying for inputs and make any money. It just doesn't work. It doesn't pencil. The big guys, I suppose they can do it because they're doing it on acres. It's all a numbers game, which I guess is a numbers game for all of us, but it's a whole lot harder to sharpen your pencil when you're a little guy. So anyway, you guys have a good one, and I'll come back and check on Gibbon a little bit after I get a couple of my projects done. He's about, well, as the crow flies, he's only about 500 yards, 400 yards from my place, my home place. But he's, I have to go around the section to get there. Later.